In mid-March, I traveled all the way to Florida for a sunny adventure, kayaking the 68-mile Peace River paddling trail. The first days had some challenges, but I wanted to see what the river had in store. Today's story begins on the morning of day 5, with about 20 to 25 miles from my return to civilization. Last night I got into my own head, and every little noise that I heard, I jumped at, so I couldn't fall asleep. So maybe like 1 or something. But now it's 9, so I got pretty good sleep. The sun is like a spotlight on a tent, making everything hot. So I guess that means it's time to get up. I'm very, very lucky to be out here. Let me say that first and foremost. But to tell the whole story, it's been a rough morning. It's so hot that I feel kind of nauseous sometimes. I'm covered in sunscreen, so much sunscreen in my hair. I'm tired of the sand being everywhere. Yesterday's campsite, the campsite before this, there was sand, and I was like, oh, one time, not bad, that's gonna keep me from being in the woods where all the animals are. And now today I'm like, well, it is a good thing, but at the same time, everything I own is so sandy. It's a sandy life. I tried to not take as long this morning, but what do you know, I did. It's just so easy to relax, I think the morning is my favorite time of day when camping because you're just chilling. You get to relax, you get to take in the scenery, enjoy your breakfast, enjoy just hanging out. No mosquitoes. It's daylight, so I'm not scared of what's making all the noises around me. Last night, coming from this direction, I heard sort of like a deer makes maybe, but there's just so much of it. I was like, what's wrong with you, deer? Also, a bummer about beach camping is that there's not many trees to hang my gravity filtration system on, so doing it the old-fashioned way. I'm starting to get really annoyed with myself. It's 12 o'clock again. I'm getting on the water for the first time again. When will I learn? Goodbye, campsite. You were awesome. The river continues down that way, and it also looks like it continues down this way. Maybe that guy over there, disappearing into the water, can tell me where to go. Just a note here, I wasn't actually following the gator. It was just a coincidence that it took off the direction that I figured out the river actually went. A unique thing about today is that there is no landmarks or bridges or ramps on the map, so I'm expecting a day of not seeing too many people. Also, it's a very, very curvy part of the river. Oh, hang on, I can't talk and do this at the same time. Part of the river, so it's going to be really hard on my arms. Also, there is something like there was the second day, a tree blowed down right here. blown, not blowed. Turn. Oh man, my arms are already shot. Because I'm not coming across any like boat ramp or anything today, I'm gonna just eat lunch in my kayak. You know, I got a late start, gotta make up for that. So lunch today is Cheez-Its, off-brand, beef jerky, and a little fruit strip thing. My dad gave me this jerky, and that's how I know he loves me. Just kidding. But anyway, it's like, these are $8 or something like that, and it's a handful, you know? And of course, paired with a nice beer. That must be Gardner boat ramp, so that means I surpassed my goal for today. It's about time I started to find a campsite. At first, I was thinking somewhere along here, but now that I'm closer, it doesn't look like much. It's almost 5, so, you know, should be finding a campsite soon. This morning I was saying how I'm tired of camping on beaches, but now, after going for a while thinking I might not find a campsite, I am more than happy to camp on one again. I took a second to drink some water and relax, first of all, because I was really hot. But now I have to figure out where I'm going to camp that's far away enough from the water that the splashes aren't going to freak me out, and far away enough from those trees and stuff that rustling leaves aren't going to freak me out. There's already a bird that's been making noise back there, and I've been like, is it someone telling me I can't camp here? Although they say stick to the right-hand side, don't camp by houses, look for no trespassing signs, and that's what I've been doing, so should be fine. This would be a flat enough spot for my tent, and it's far from the water, far from the vegetation there. That might be easier though. Less of a hill, over like around where my chair is, kind of in the middle there, maybe. On this trip, I've been talking a lot about being scared of the animals, being scared someone's gonna come tell me I can't camp here. But yesterday, in the area I live in southern Indiana, just across the river from Kentucky. On the Kentucky side, a tornado touched down. So, luckily everyone I know is okay. As far as I know, everyone, even that I don't know, is okay. But it's just a reminder that you never know when the scary stuff is going to happen. Just because you're at home and not kayaking a alligator habitat, stuff can still happen. That being said, there is, I guess, if you get down to it, there's a little more risk being out here. But that being said, you can't just stop danger forever. in the 7 minutes that this rice is supposed to be boiling, I am just taking deep breaths and relaxing. It's not hot. I don't have to worry about getting on the water. I don't have to worry about, oh, is that an alligator over there? I don't have to worry about what's that rustling noise when I'm trying to sleep. For this moment of the day, I'm just not worrying. For 7 minutes. Then, you know, I gotta eat my food. When is it about to get dark? When are the mosquitoes gonna come invade me? But right now, it's just peace. I paddled more than usual today. One, because there weren't really landmarks on the map. So I was like, oh, I don't know where I am. I guess I just gotta, you know, I just assumed that I needed to keep hurrying. And I know my campsite wasn't on this map. This is map number 5 of the 6-page map I found online. And I know I passed Garner Boat Ramp. So I'm pretty sure I paddled more than 10 miles today. Maybe more like 12? I don't know. But I am tired and ready for this dinner. It's still really hot. Okay, a few more seconds now. Still too hot. I'm sorry if that was gross. We're just gonna have a little bite to start with. Delicious. Ready to eat it. I can hear the noises of the evening starting. Every night around dark, more and more animals are out moving around. And I know I'll never be completely comfortable with that, but tonight I'm feeling very tired, very ready for sleep, and if I've survived 4 nights so far, what's one more? Made it through another night, and I think that was my last night. I camped so close to the end of the trail, it wouldn't make sense to drag it out to day 7. This is day 6, and I'm so close, I can just finish today. Just to show you a little better, this X is where I am right now. All I gotta do is go all the way down here. Oh gosh. And then there's gonna be a giant highlighter and pencil that I run into. Then come down here, come down here. This is where I'm gonna return my kayak and gear. This is the official end of the trail. So I could do that extra like 1.5 miles if I really wanted to, but I guess I could like have a short day today, camp, have a short day tomorrow, be done, but there's just no need to drag it out, you know? I'm excited to explore the rest of the river and end on a high note. That is a very big alligator. I guess it is pretty far away from me. It knew I was here and it kept its distance, but Oh my gosh. That was the surprise of my life while brushing my teeth. I knew last night I thought I heard something big slide in the water. I'm just glad to get out of here, honestly. It's been fun, but don't really need to be seeing stuff like that anymore. Very carefully getting on the water. It's 11:20 right now. The fact that it's a little cloudy is making it much more cooler than usual. And I'm ready for some good paddling. Let's go. Goodbye last campsite. No offense, but I'm glad to be ready, y'all. That's where I camped, and I think that flattened bank over there might have been where our friend got in the water last night. Today feels very peaceful. I was about to say I don't think I've seen any gators except the one at my campsite, but there's a little one right there. Just on the shore of that bank. A little bit bluish. Time for my last beach blonde ale. Aww. Okay, now I'm like, this trip has been so fun. There's definitely been highs and lows. Having beer, being out in nature, seeing all the beautiful, what are they called? Not cypress. Cedar, I think, trees. Spanish moss. Yeah, just being out on the river. All the evenings when I got to camp and could just relax. All the mornings I took it easy. It's been a good trip. Cheers. Since I passed that boat ramp today, both sides of the river have been lined with people's houses, and they all have signs, no trespassing, private, trespassers will be used as bait. So, I'm glad I wasn't gonna try to find a campsite today, because it looks like it's all private land, and those people don't want to share. I just passed the party zone. The place I rented from, Peace River Canoe Outpost. They have property on this river, and they have campsites for people that you can reserve. And like some people, of course, they were down here on spring break. It is March, of course, and there was tons and tons of canoes, people blasting music. I even saw people playing beer pong one time just at the edge of the river, and I was like, wow, how fun. Given if that was the vibe this whole river, I would be like, oh, this really isn't the thing for me, you know? I prefer like being out in nature, but still, looked like they were having a lot of fun. That might be my last gator I see right there. Bye guys, gonna miss you. Sometimes, and I think this is pretty common with all hikers, is to just have interesting thoughts you wouldn't think of otherwise when you're out on the trail. And right now I was thinking, there's a gator right there. a little one. Only its head is up. Oh, there's another one under that tree, that down tree. But anyway, I was thinking how there are crocodiles in parts of Florida, but alligators have a U-shaped snout, and crocodiles it's more skinny, more like a V, more pointy. But I wonder, like, say you're a crocodile and you see a gator, or vice versa. Are you like, oh good, one of my own big reptilians, or are you like uncanny valley type thing? If you don't know, the uncanny valley just means like in the ancient days of Homo sapiens, there were other animals, other creatures that looked humanoid. And so we have a sense in our brain that if we see something that looks human but we know it's not human, it's creepy to us. Some people don't like watching the animated movie The Polar Express because they look too close to being people and not cartoon enough, so that it just gives them an uneasy feeling. I guess I just wonder what it's like to be a gator. Oh my goodness! Quest complete! Back to civilization. Which, you know, there's a downside to that, back to civilization. But I'm so proud of myself! I'm so happy that I stuck with it. It was scary, but I made it through every obstacle. I can sleep, not fearing for my life tonight. I am so proud of myself. Thank you so much for coming along this journey with me. Tell me what you want to see me do next. Ah.